We're recording, and good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining on this Saturday morning. I know it's been rainy here in Houston, and I muted the audios, but now it feels kind of weird because I was just, having a conversation with Erica, and now it's just like me talking to myself. But today's call, I'm really excited for many reasons, and I was saying right before I hit record is. So this really is a business that can help you out in so many aspects. Most of us, we come into coaching because we have been challengers, or we were challengers, and you start seeing the results. You start feeling better. You start feeling happier. You start feeling more energized, and you might consider the coaching because maybe for the discount, or you might consider coaching because you see the results and you're like, you know what, I do have friends that this can help. And, maybe if I just invite one or two or three and see what happens. And then some of us, like Anita, who's on the call, she saw the business aspect. She saw the fitness aspect of it. She knew what her goals were for her family. And she said, I want to be an all-in coach. And so first off, I want you to know that there's different reasons why you become a coach. And now that all of us watching this call and on this call are coaches, there's really 5 things that I want to cover that every new coach and even, as veteran coaches, that is so important for us to remember. And so that's what I'm going to cover on today's call. And as I was telling Erica right before, when she hopped on, and I will tell you, watching the recording or watching right now live or listening in, I want to tell you to take everything that I'm saying and take it with a grain of salt, right? We're all at different points in our life right now. We've all had different paths. We all have different responsibilities. We all have different life goals. So anything in any training and anything that you see that a coach, quote unquote, does, I want you to ask yourself, well, what can I do? And what are my strengths? And how can I grow this to reflect those strengths? How can I grow, how can I do coaching to reflect my values and my life goals for my family? Because ultimately, that's the beautiful thing about coaching, that you can truly, you can truly build it in a way that you want. Right? It's your business and you are the CEO and you get to call the shots. So the very first point that I want to make is that coaching is all about people helping people. People helping people. And when Beachbody first got started, they were actually an infomercial company, right? They had 2 guys got together on the beach in California and they said, hey, we have a great product. Let's sell it to people. And so they all had different strengths. One of them was great at filming and camera. The other one was great at acting, and the other one was great at finances and selling. So they brought their strengths together and they created this infomercial company, and it was called Beachbody. I think it was like $1 Million Body then, I believe. So they started selling these programs, this program called Power 90. And Power 90 went like, it was very successful, very, very successful. People started getting results, and they were asking for more. And when they started asking for more, they put their heads together again, and they came out with this program called P90X, right? So it was Power 90 Extreme. And again, it sold off of the shelves. People started getting incredible results. And then something magical started to happen, right? Something magical started to happen, and people started coming together to support and help each other out, saying, hey, I just got P90X. Do you have any tips for me? They were just going on the message boards, right? And they were creating these forums of questions like, hey, what do you recommend? What meal plan? What do you think of this? And they really started coaching each other. And so they scratched their heads. They put their hands on their chin and they said, I think we have something here. And they tuned into the fact that their mission statement truly was to help people reach their goals and live healthy, happy, fulfilling lives. And they said, if it's just us 3 guys selling these programs, we're going to be very limited. But if we get those people that got great results with P90X to help us help people, that is going to be powerful. And so Team Beachbody was created. And Team Beachbody is the coach network. People helping people. We try out this Shakeology thing. We start drinking it. We start pushing play. We connect in challenge groups. We see results and we're like, wow, this works. I need to tell my friend about this. And then you tell your friend, and your friend starts experiencing Shakeology, the workouts, the challenge groups. And your friend's going to say, wow, I need to tell my friends about this. And it goes over and over and over. That cycle, that life cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. And it becomes a people helping people business. We go out to eat all the time, right? Or sometimes, and we say, dude, like, we know where the best restaurants are, right? Like, dude, you have to go to this restaurant. If you haven't been, go there. We're naturally networking. We're naturally making recommendations to each other, right? A movie, a new, I don't know, a new, back in the day, a new club. Hey, there's a new club. Let's go check it out, right? And so now we shift our attention to, hey, I found something that works, and that's simply what we're sharing. Okay, people helping people put awesome tools into each other's hands. So one, this business is all about people helping people. The second point, this business is very simple. Very simple. It's not easy. It is simple. And the more simple that you make it, the more that you will see your business gain momentum. Why? Because people are going to say, that's all? I think I can do that. All I have to do is drink a shake. All I have to do is work out every day. I mean, not that it's easy, right? Some people might hesitate because of that. But like, again, simple, not easy, but simple. Drink a shake. You push play every day to a program, following, one of the structured programs, and then you finish one program, you move on to the next one, then you move on to the next one, and you invite others to join you, and you share your journey on social media, and then the people that you invited to join you, you teach them. So you work out, you drink Shakeology, you post about it on social media, or you tell your friends about it at work, you tell your family at parties, you invite others to join you, and then you enroll them as coaches, and you teach them how to do the same thing. You tell them, hey, listen, this is all it is. And it's consistency over and over and over. Those things, you work out, you drink Shakeology, you share about it on social media, you invite others to join you, and you enroll them as coaches, and then you teach them how to do the same thing over and over and over. If you go to any of our coaches, our veteran coaches, Facebook page, if you go to my Facebook page, if you go to Anita's Facebook page, that's what you see. You see her, working out, and how she says, she motivates her kids. You go into her husband's, and he's doing live videos, live streaming about him working out in random places, because that's the time he committed to put in, or that's an empty time slot he had, and so he's getting his workout in. He's drinking his shake. We all drink our Shakeology. We take pictures with our Shakeology, and we invite others. Hey, there's a new challenge group coming out next month. You want to join me? That's it. Over and over. It's simple. It's not easy, right? Because, we all know, I think, all of us at one point, we hesitated to make the investment. At one point, we hesitated to get our workout in because we felt we were too busy. But guess what? Somewhere along the lines, you saw somebody on social media, or, maybe someone that you knew in person, and you saw how busy they were, and yet they were still getting their workout in. They were still smiling every day, and they were feeling great about life, and you became inspired, and you said, I want that. I want that. And if she can do it with all her struggles, she's just a regular person. She's not perfect. If she can do it, I can do it too. And so you committed. You said, I'm going to do it, right? It's simple. So that's why posting about your journey is huge. It's such an important and crucial part in the business, because somewhere, somehow, someone's going to come across the post, and you're going to shine light on the fact that they can do, right? It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Point number 3, your story is meant to be shared. Your story, your struggles, your challenges, your difficulties, your successes, your triumphs, your happiness, all of that is meant to be shared. And it's meant to be shared for many different reasons. And I was, one of the great things about being back in Houston is the fact that I get to connect with my family I've been away for so long, been away for 10 years from Houston. And of course I would come to visit, but it was just my mom, my sister, my nephew. And now being here, like, I get to see my family again. And just 2 days ago, I was talking to my cousin, and my cousin does a lot of traveling for work. And he said, you know what the funny thing is? I think the thing that I noticed the most is that America is a land of freedom, yet we are the most uptight and self-absorbed people from anywhere else that I've been. And he's like, well, maybe except Chile. But, and I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? He's like, it's just, we keep to ourselves. We don't really help each other out. We point fingers at people if they've got, if they've, sinned or done the wrong thing, or, oh, I can't believe she's doing that. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she posted that picture, or I can't believe she said that. Like, that's something so private. And it's so true, like America is the land of freedom, yet we are some of the most uptight people. And so the beautiful thing about coaching, going back to your story is meant to be shared, is to provide you freedom. And this business does provide you freedom on so many different levels. And one of those freedoms is that it allows you to break the chains that hold you back from becoming the person that you are destined to be. What do I mean by that? Is that we are ashamed of our weight. We are ashamed that, we're coaches and yet we're not fit. What are people going to say? We're ashamed of our past. Like, yeah, I came from an alcoholic father, who was very mentally, emotionally, physically abusive. We're ashamed to say that. But what you find that when you start sharing who you are, when you start sharing your story, when you start sharing those things, that you break free. All of these things that you're holding inside and by sharing them little by little, and of course you're not just like, and throw everything up at one time, right? It's like snippets. You slowly start to let go. You're like, okay, I'm ready to take off this chain link, and you clip it. And by sharing it to somebody, and it releases it. It's no longer taking hold and pestering in your heart and weighing it down. And so then you're like, you know what? I think I'm ready to share this aspect of my story. And you detach that link, and you're like, oh man, that wasn't so bad. It was scary because I didn't know who was going to read it or what people were going to think. But now that I did, man, so it's good. And then you break another link and another link and another link. And that is the power of sharing your story. And the beautiful part about it is that as you are releasing those chains, as you are sharing those stories, God is going to ordain the right person to read that post, to hear that part of your story. And that's when it all comes to play again. If she can do it, I can do it too. If she can break free from these chains, if she can break free from that past, then I can too. Sharing your story breaks your chains, it inspires others, and it might just be that light that other person might not need to see at the end of the tunnel. Just when they think that they can't no more, just when they think that, I'm just going to give up, they see that light and they say, I'm not alone. She's been through it. He's been through it. And I can do this too. She's been to it. And look at her now. She's smiling. She's fighting to live. And she's investing in herself. I want that. I want that. How can I do that? And we invite them to join us. Share your story. It is meant to be shared. Point number 4. And this is where I'm going to make a shift a little bit about into the more business aspect of it in regards to what coaching can be for you. So we just heard what coaching is. Now, what can coaching be for you? Point number 4. Coaching can serve as a bridge. Let me illustrate a story. And this is the point that we actually talked about last night when we had our first Houston soft launch, which was tons of fun. And I'm excited for what Houston has in store for everyone here. And so how does it serve as a bridge? Right now, for example, and Erica, I hope it's okay that I use your story as an example. Erica is hustling. She is working hard, and it's inspiring. The other day I saw her post and she's like, that overtime, and I'm like, dang it, that knowing how hard she's working inspires me, and it also motivates me even more to share the coaching opportunity. Why? Because it can serve as a bridge, right? As a single mom, and I hear my sister as well, she's in the same, she's a single mom as well, and I see her working hard. If by saying yes to coaching and by slowly starting to take steps, saying, you know what, this can provide financial support, stability, contribution to my family. And if that's the case, then I'm going to commit to working out every day. I'm going to commit to drinking Shakeology. I'm going to commit to completing programs. And I'm going to commit to sharing my story online. Because if that's all it takes to start seeing growth in my business, and the outcome is financial stability and support for my family, then I'm going to commit to these things. And does that make sense to you? For example, when I first started teaching, I thought, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it for like 5 years or 4 years. And then I'm going to move on to maybe administration. And then, maybe, who knows, that was the vision that I have for myself. And then, then I'm going to start this nonprofit, and I'm really going to give back to the community. And so I had all these visions and ideas. And so I started teaching pretty excited, right? It was my profession. I had gone 4 years into college, and that's where I received my degree, and I was ready to put it to work. As I dove into the profession, it just took me 2 years to realize that that's not what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew that I wanted to give back to youth. I knew that I wanted to make an impact in my community. It wasn't going to be in teaching. I wasn't allowed to express my creativity. I wasn't allowed to really have a values-based system in the classroom. And there were so many limits and restrictions that I had in the job, right? I loved what I did. I loved who I was in regards to the mentorship I provided to the kids. The job was very restrictive, and I started really dreading the fact that I had to go to work. I wanted to be with the kids and really, provide that mentorship. I did not want to do the job. The same day that my first day of work as a teacher was the first day that I started coaching. It was the first day that I said I was going to commit to a workout. I did not dive into this saying or even really fully understanding what the business aspect of it was. I just said, I'm going to commit to working out. That was my commitment. Through time, year 3 sucked for me in my job. It just sucked. I knew I didn't want to be there. It was draining my spirit. And it was slowly killing me from the inside. And and don't get me wrong, like I hustled hard. Like there were days where I came home like at 10 p.m. because I wanted to be the best for those kids. I wanted to be my best. I wanted to continue giving, and I didn't like the job, but those kids came first, and I hustled and I worked hard. But I knew that something was not in alignment with my values. I knew that God wanted me to move on to something different. And I was blessed enough to have that coaching as a bridge to the point where I knew that it was time for me to move on to something else. That bridge that I started building with Beachbody, that financial bridge, allowed me to step away from something that no longer served me or me it. And so coaching truly can serve as a bridge to break free from something that you know is not meant for you. Coach, now here's where I want you to take everything with a grain of salt, right? This is where I want to ask you, and I want you to ask yourself, how can coaching serve as a bridge for me? Maybe you love your job. Maybe you have an awesome job with flexible hours. Maybe you have a job that allows you to spend time with your kids, that allows you great vacation time, that allows you to have extra spending money and time to take your kids on vacations, to be or to spend more time with them. Maybe you already have that, and you're like, I just want to be able to help people more. I just want to provide more contribution. Whatever your situation is, wherever you are in life, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of bridge can Beachbody build for me? What my goals are right now in life, where I am right now in life, maybe it's just having a few, extra $500 per month. Maybe it's just having $100 per month. What could that do for my family financially? What could I do for me? I love to travel, maybe you're single and you're like, man, yeah, I can travel with that, or maybe I can take my parents on a trip, or whatever it is. What kind of bridge can Beachbody build for you? And that's a question that I really want you to ponder on and have an open mind with, because coaching truly is whatever you make of it. It can be as small or as large as you want it. The question is, what kind of bridge do you want? Point number 5. And this is where I'm going to go from abstract to concrete. All right. So we talked about what coaching is, how simple it is, right? We talked about, what it can be. Now I'm going to bring it down another level and say, how do you do it? Okay. And so it's all about 3 people per month. 3 people per month. That's how you do it. And what do I mean by that? We host a challenge group. You can host a challenge group. You can be part of the team challenge group. We host one every month. And so you set a goal to say, I'm going to invite 3 people every month. And by inviting, meaning 3, I'm going to inspire, I'm going to post about my journey, I'm going to share, what FitLatinas is, or I'm going to share what we're doing with our live workouts, or we're going to share what we're doing within our community. Share what we're doing as a team to help inspire others and remind people that they're not going to be alone when they join us, right? You share about Shakeology, you share about how great you're feeling, and then you said, hey, join me. And you do this over and over and over. And so every month, if you can inspire and motivate and encourage and lead 3 people to say, yes, you know what, I'm doing this. I see what's happening in your life, and I want that. And you're just, you're a regular person. You share your struggles, you share your realities. And I like that. And yeah, it is an investment. I see how much it's worth it because of what it's doing to you. And I'll join. sign me up for a challenge pack. 3 months, 3 people per month. That's what it is. It is also important for you to know that out of the ratio typically is out of every 10, 11 people that you invite, 3 of them will say yes. That's an average ratio. For some people it might be 20 to 3, and that's true. For some people it might be, for 5 to 3. The ratio is going to be different for you, but know that that's really all it takes when you break it down. And so I took you from point 1 to point 5, and we hit different levels. What coaching is, what it can be, and how you do it. And it goes back to how simple it is. And it's not easy, but it's simple. And it's something that anybody can do. And the more simple that we keep it this way, the more other people are going to say, you know what, I can do this. And it really is changing people's lives. That's something that you get to hear on Super Saturday. That's something that you get to hear in our yearly conference at Summit. You hear people's stories, how, they were living off food stamps and they were selling things off because they didn't know how they were going to feed their kids. And they said yes to coaching. And here they are, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years later, and they're making, 6 figures. And they said, all I wanted to do was have enough food to feed my kids. And I started really providing value to others. I started really putting myself out there and pushing myself and stretching myself to grow and start breaking those chains in my story and sharing them. And somewhere along the way, I somehow, started inspiring other people. And that inspired me to post more and to do more and to be more. And before you know it, here I am 6 years later. And this business has completely changed my life financially, emotionally, spiritually, socially, physically, mentally, all those great things. And they start saying, how can I not share this with other people? How can I keep this greatness to myself? And that's our duty. We truly found something incredible. You have something incredible in your hands. And I encourage you to dive in and ask yourself, why not? What if I do these things? What if I say, if at the end of doing all these things, this is where I'm going to be, why not do them? Why not push myself even more to push play every day? Why not push myself to drink Shakeology every day? Like if that's really a struggle for all of us, right? I think we all love Shakeology. What if I do start sharing more about my journey and stop worrying about the haters and start worrying more about who out there needs my help, who out there needs to hear my story, and really start inviting people, letting them know that we're going to have a challenge group next month and that I want them to be a part of it and to message me if they want more info or to shoot me a text. Or you tell your coworkers, when they start telling you, you're looking great, your energy is incredible, what are you doing? It's like, well, let me tell you. I started this thing with a team called FitLatinas, or I started this working with this company called Beachbody, and the programs are great. I'm feeling great, and I want you to be a part of it. And with time, you're gonna learn. You're gonna be nervous at first when you first start talking to people. I was totally weird. I didn't know what to say. I was awkward about it, and probably people were like, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't know what she's talking about. But with time, you get better and better, and you realize that the more organic, the more natural you're talking about it, the more people are gonna say yes. Because you're totally comfortable, you're confident in saying it, and it's just like talking to a friend, telling them that they need to go watch this movie because it's really good, right? And you're telling them, you got to do this because it's really good and it's changing my life, and I want you to be a part of it. And the same way that you are going to be inviting your friends, your coworkers, is I invite you, on the call live right now, or if you're catching the recording, I invite you to ask yourself, why not? And to join this people helping people business and to really just dive in and see what happens. That's what I told myself. I said, why not? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I commit to really focusing on getting 3 people to join me every month. Let's see what happens. And I just gave myself 3 months. 3 months, I said, okay. And it was in the beginning of the year, and I said, okay. Actually, no, it was in July. It was in July, on my birthday month. I said, okay, let's see what happens. I'm really going to commit to 3 people. And it was July, August, September. And then I got those 3 people per month, and I said, man, this feels good. People are getting results. They're liking it. I'm more motivated. I'm more committed to my workout. Let me keep doing this. And 3 months turn into 6 months, turn into 9 months, turn into an entire year. And here I am still doing the same thing. And every time you become more motivated, you become inspired. In those times when you start slacking, because we all have ups and downs, you remember all of those people that you have, that have your back, that said yes. And you say, how can I let them down? I cannot let them down. I have too many people counting on me. And there's too many more people that need my help. And it begins with my family, my kids, my coworkers, those around me. They need me too. And because they need me, then I'll keep putting more weight on my shoulders, keep moving forward, keep really diving into this and sticking to it. And that's what it is, guys. Now, those 5 points, learn them, remember them, and apply them. 1, coaching is a people helping people business. You get results. It's very simple. It's people helping people. It's a ripple effect. It's a very simple business. Work out, drink Shakeology, post about it on social media. You invite others to join you in a challenge group, and you enroll them as coaches. You teach them how to do the same thing. Point number 3, your story is meant to be shared. Your story will give you freedom, will break chains, will inspire others, and it will shine a light into others' lives. Point number 4, coaching can serve as a bridge to whatever goals that you have for your life, for your family, for your kids, for yourself. What bridge can you start building with coaching? By doing those simple things. Point number 5. Ask yourself and commit to 3 people per month, and ask yourself, what if I did? What if I did just really focused on getting 3 people for the next 3 months? Let me do this. Let's see what happens. And then get ready to enjoy the ride. Ladies, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing a part of your Saturday with me. If you're catching the recording, thanks for pushing play and sticking through the entire recording. I'm excited to see what our team has in store for 2016. I'm excited for what you have in store for your life. It's an incredible journey that I wish for you to continue to experience and dive into, and ask yourself, why not me? Why not now? Great things are in store for me. I feel this stirring in my heart. I'm inspired, I'm empowered, and I'm going to do this. Why not? And what can it do for me, for my family? Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, socially. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy plenty of laughs and laughter. And I think that's the same thing. You know what I mean? But have a wonderful weekend, and catch you on Facebook. Peace out. See you later, ladies.